Hi everyone, こんにちは. Thank you very much for watching Horacchi Channel. Today's topic is Basic Human Resource Management number 3. Basic Human Resource Management number 3. We are going to see the basic treatment management here. Okay, please have a look at slide number 1. Basic elements of human resource management. Treatment management. 1. Principles of treatment. General principle. Wage must be equal to the labor that is provided. And wage must be on the standard at which lifestyle can be maintained. I'm sure you're going to be okay. But this is very basic general principle. So in Japan, for example, this principles is protected by the Labor Standard Act, of course. And second, practical principles. Employees of the same conditions must be handled equally. And wage must entail incentives to raise the motivation of employees. Is the organization okay? Otherwise, you will leave, right? So, if you're interested in having a look at the Japanese Labor Standard Act, you can just Google it and you can have a look at that, okay? Maybe I can put a URL link in the message part if you're interested in, okay? You can just click on it. And slide number 2. Basic elements of human resource management, treatment management continued. 2. Classification of personal affairs. There are so many classifications of personal affairs, but you can boil it down to these two bases. Number 1, seniority based. The level of contribution is determined according to the age and length of service. And performance based. The level of contribution is determined according to quantifiable performance and results. There's also good and bad on both sides. So I'm not saying, which one's better or which one's worse or something like that. As a business consultant or as a business person in charge of setting up this basement, you need to have a close look on both sides. So please have a look at the board here. I just summarized, seniority-based performance and also performance-based, seniority-based system and performance-based systems, both advantages and disadvantages. Okay, one more time. This is seniority-based and this is performance-based. There are so many classifications and systems, but you can boil down to these two systems. This is two representative systems, right? And we can have a close look of advantages and also disadvantages of both sides. Okay? Then advantage of seniority-based. Here, it's guaranteed promotion and benefits, right? It's seniority based. The longer you stay in the same company you belong to, the better you can get promoted and the benefit. It's guaranteed. Also, job security. This is big advantage of a seniority system. Of course, you can feel secured with working at the company, right? Big advantage. And disadvantages is here, not rewarding performance. Performance doesn't matter, Maybe your seniors not really good at working, performances, but you got better. But as long as he's your senior, he's promoted and he's got benefit first, right? So this is a big disadvantage of the seniority-based system, like not rewarding performance, and also slow career growth. I think you get it. And the other part, performance-based. Performance-based system advantage is incentives for job performance, of course. You got incentivized, motivated to get performance, right? More you get performance, the more you get paid. If you can do this, then you can get that. That's kind of things. It's very clear, right? And second one, better retention. Better retention. I'm sure you can get better retention, right? Yes, and then the disadvantages need to set a guideline. It's demanding. need to set the guideline for the evaluation of the performance, of course. And the last one's instability. It's quite unstable. You don't know how much amount of performance you can get, right? So this is an overview of advantages and disadvantages of both seniority system and performance systems. Okay. Again, as a business consultant, I'm not saying which one's which. As a business consultant, you need to have a close look and you can implement this knowledge onto your real client's case. Okay. And then next one. Please have a look at the slide number 3. Let me introduce you the real SME voices of seniority-based and performance-based. Okay. Slide number 3. 1. Reasons for emphasizing the seniority-based wage system for permanent employees in the wage system of enterprises. This is Japanese case. I quote these sentences from Japanese SME white paper. Okay. 1. Regardless of employee number, a high rate of enterprises reply to promote long-term commitment and thus attempt to accumulate knowledge and expertise as a reason. If you can stay there for a long time, you can get the company's notion, right? And number 2, influence of wage systems with emphasis on seniority-based wages on employees, awareness of enterprises. Regardless of the number of employees in their enterprise, a high percentage of enterprises believe the employee retention rate has improved. Okay, and continued. Please have a look at slide number 4. The current situation of SME wage level in Japan, the advantages and disadvantages of performance-based wage system. Number 1. Reasons for emphasizing the performance-based wage system for permanent employees. Regardless of the number of employees, a high percentage of enterprises replied to draw out the motivation from employees as a reason, the incentive kind of things. And second, disadvantages of wage system with an emphasis on performance-based wage, awareness of enterprise. The larger the number of employees in an enterprise, the higher the percentage of enterprises that find it difficult to operate a system. It is not easy to set up the guideline. This is a disadvantage, okay? Alright then, let's switch over to the slide number 5. Evaluation, second theme of today, okay? This is going to be the last one. Evaluation system. It is a tool for gauging the situation regarding execution of expected items that the company expects from employees. The purpose of the system is to evaluate the performance achievement level, degree of execution of expected items, and to utilize the results in conducting appropriate treatment. For example, promotions, wage increase, bonus, etc. Okay? Evaluation systems. Evaluation systems, it is important, of course, and everywhere, every company has its own evaluation systems, but you need, as a business consultant, one point, you need to take care of the bias, of course. Bias. There are a lot of biases, right? Same in Japan, same in Tokyo, of course. Bias for or against. The prejudice for or against a person or a group. That's a bias. Right? Gender, religions, nationalities, educational backgrounds, there's a lot of biases. So it is important to eliminate bias, right? Especially amongst raters. Raters bias elimination. That's one of the everlasting task in each companies of the human resource management divisions, of course, right? So let me introduce you to one key words here. Have you heard of a halo effect? This is just for your information. Halo effect. Halo effect. It's not like hello, konnichiwa kind of things. No. Halo effect. Halo effect is it's cognitive bias. Cognitive bias. We need to recognize the cognitive biases ourselves. It is also to like what is beautiful is good mindset. What is beautiful is good mindset. It's something like our overall impression to the celebrities, like Hollywood stars, right? They are always successful and rich and often seems attractive, Hollywood star like celebrities. So we tend to see them as intelligent and kind, but which is not always the case, of course, right? So we have biases, of course, and we need to recognize a bias when we evaluate people. That's an important point. Okay? Then how are we going to do that? The important point is the last slide. Please have a look at the slide number 6. Example of evaluation sheet. This is just a brief example of evaluation sheet. I just want you to have a look the right side up. Right side up. Then you can find a word secondary evaluation. Let me write it down on the whiteboard here. Secondary This is the important point. When you do rating or evaluating to your people, subordinates in your company, in your organization, in your divisions, it is important to recognize your own bias. And to eliminate bias, first of all, you need to recognize yourself. You have your own biases inside. And at the same time, you can get secondary evaluation, like 360 degrees evaluation system. Not only to your senior, you know, if you get evaluation only from a person, only from your boss, it's maybe you can find some biases inside, right? But if you can get evaluation not only from your boss, but also from your peers, functional managers, other divisions managers, 360 degrees evaluation system, you can eliminate bias. Well, that is secondary evaluation. I mean, second opinion. Okay? It is important to have the second opinion at the evaluation of human resource management. Okay? All right. That's the point today. And today we, had a look at the difference of the performance-based system and seniority-based system. At the same time, the point is the evaluation, right? How to evaluate people. And you need to get a second opinion, secondary evaluation. That is the important point. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching and hope you can do that. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoy the content. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you like it, please thumbs up.